dust off the moon. Don't yawn and prolong what you got to do. And if you've been going through any negative phase, well, here's your opportunity for turning the page. Today's a new chapter. Write your plot and make it end with the win. Give it all you got. But first, you gotta rise, look alert and alive. Get the dirt from your eyes and work for the prize. Get it done. 'Cause we ain't even trying to lose. Let's go, man. Don't hit snooze. It's time to wake up. 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 Tick tock, tick, come on. Tick tock, tick, let's go. Tick tock, tick, come on. Tick tock, tick. You can't wait around for someone's approval. Now is the moment to begin your renewal, man. Feel alive with the vibe, energized of the folks who you're coming by the white in your eyes. Hey, another day might waste away. Come on, let's get it going. Don't make delays. So ring the alarm and lift your arm high. Like Georgia Weezy, get a piece of the pie. Begin it with the step. You'll get in it in a sec. You'll be winning like you never did it when you overslept. So right this minute, get right with it. What time is it? It's time to wake up.
Good morning. This is the regular meeting of the Birmingham City Council. Today is February 6th. This morning, our invocation will be delivered by Pastor Kelvin Anthony of Shiloh Baptist Church, Norwood, and our Pledge of Allegiance will be led by Counselor LaTanya Tate. If you're willing and able, please stand.
To intercede under the behest of the city of Birmingham. We pray that you will continue to lead, guide, give wisdom and direction to our Mayor Randall Woodfin, along with the city councilmen and councilwomen who has been duly elected to represent the city of Birmingham, the greater heights and greater depths. We uplift every city official, employee, neighborhood leader, advocate, activist, law enforcement, and citizen, that you will continue to lead them to be agents of change within this city. Where there is violence and crime, allow peace to prevail. Where there is economic disparity, provide doors of economic opportunity to ensure prosperity. We ask that you continue to make us, mold us, build us, and shift us into modern day Nehemiahs. That where we see ruins, help us to rebuild. Where we see walls divided, help us to be united. And wherever there are disgruntlements and disagreements, let us come to the table and reconcile our differences. Keep us safe, dear Lord, from all hurt, harm, and danger, and bless us that we may continue to build up our city. Help us to be peaceful. Help us to be productive. Help us to prosper, and help us to fulfill our purpose. And in the words of Scripture, remember for our good, O our God, all that we have done for these people. In everything, you get the honor and glory. Lord, hear our prayer. Even now, in the name of Jesus, we pray. Amen.
Good morning, Mr. Clerk. Can we have the roll call, please?
Councilmember Abbott. Councilmember Clark. Councilmember Moore.
Good morning, good sir.
Good morning, sir. Councilmember Smitherman. Good morning. Councilmember Tate. Good morning. Councilmember Williams. Good morning. Councilmember Woods. Councilmember Pro Tem Alexander.
Present.
Council President Oakley.
Present. This morning, we have the minutes of the September 15th, 12th, 19th, and 26th, 2023.
Move for
before
approval.
us.
Ms. Abbott, did we get those spelling corrections done?
On which one? Who was the second on that? I'm sorry.
Yeah, yes.
Abbott?
Pro Tem Alexander moved, and who seconded?
Second.
Okay.
How about that?
All right, all in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay.
All right, those minutes are approved. The minutes from the October 3rd, 2023 through January 30th, 2024 meetings are not ready. Communications from the mayor.
Good morning, Mr. President. Good morning to the entire council. And good morning to the public as well. It's good to see everyone this morning. What I can promise you that it will not be as long as last Tuesday. Very brief this morning. I'll start with the blood drive. We want to encourage our city employees to help save a life by donating blood. The last Wednesday of this month, February 28th. The location will be at the Bowell Auditorium from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. We want to encourage those to register early, so you can register by visiting the redcrossblood.org. Again, that's redcrossblood.org, and look for Find My Drive. And then enter BHM. That's BHM. Presenting donors will receive an e-gift card, a Red Cross shirt, and several other treats. But mainly, please help us save a life here in Birmingham and the area. Grateful to have had the town hall in District 5, co-led by your president of your city council and representative of District 5, Dr. Darrell O'Quinn, a few weeks back. And so it's now time for your Pro Tem District 7. And so join me and Councilor Pro Tem Wardine Alexander for a District 7 town hall meeting. It will take place Thursday, February 22nd. The community is invited to come out, and it will start at 6 p.m. The location is Greater Shallow I cannot talk today. Greater Shallow Baptist Church. How about that? And the location is 2135 Jefferson Avenue, Southwest. Again, that's Greater Shiloh Missionary Baptist Church. I got it. I feel good about that. Thank you so much. 6 p.m., February 22nd, Thursday. Address 2135 Jefferson Avenue, Southwest. We definitely want to hear the concerns of the residents who reside and stay in District 7. We're excited about the Easter egg hunt for our families across our city. And so we want our residents to save the date for the city of Birmingham's Easter egg hunt. The public is invited to come out Sunday, March 24th to Railroad Park from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Of course, there will be all type of entertainment for families and children. And we look forward to this family fun event. Just a weekly note regarding uniform card delivery. We'll continue to share this note weekly. All single-family residents are now under the same uniform card system. Businesses located on residential waste routes needing up to 2 cards and multifamily dwelling units of 4 or less may apply for cards at a fee per card. Any business needing more than 2 cards or any apartments, multifamily dwellings needing more than 4 cards will no longer be serviced by the city of Birmingham. If you need more information, please go to birminghamal.gov/pickup for more information. And one last note, we are excited to continue to talk about a new program. I dubbed it, I think, at the town hall meeting a couple of weeks ago, a new form of neighborhood watch. It is called the Connect Birmingham program. But the whole idea is whether you are a small business in this hand or a resident with some form of a camera system such as Ring or anything else, you can participate in additional eyes and ears of watching, or eyes and ears actually, but particularly eyes as it relates to being in a situation where if you register your security cameras, if and when there is a crime in your area or in your vicinity, you can help identify, you can help the police identify and or investigate that issue. I do want to emphasize that the privacy of those who participate in this program is protected. I also want to emphasize that footage will not be used without knowledge or consent from the resident or the business owner. But this is an important step in keeping our city safer and our ability to take criminals off the street. And so I want to encourage residents and business owners to please go to birminghamal.gov/connect Birmingham. Again, that's birminghamal.gov/connect Birmingham. Check out the video on the site, the information that's on the site and provided. And we really want to encourage our residents as well as our business owners to participate in this new form of neighborhood watch to put us in a better position to take criminals off the street. Mr. President and council, with that, that concludes the mayor's report.
Thank you, Mayor. Mr. Clerk, at this time, do we have any announcements of boards and agencies?
Yes, we have some judgeships. Judge Jamira Moore, place 4. It's a 2-year term. Then we have Judge Anita Westbury. It is also a 2-year term. And Judge Lee Loader, place 2. Westbury is place 1, and it's a 2-year term as well. And Judge Michael Thomas Clark, 2-year term as well. With the Administration Technology Committee, that falls up under the Administration and Technology Committee.
All right, thank you. At this time, I'll read our statement on the conduct of business. All items designated as consent are routine and non-controversial and will be approved by one motion. All items on the consent agenda will be announced by reading the item numbers only. No separate discussion of these items will be permitted unless a council member or the mayor requests the item be removed from the consent agenda. Additionally, a citizen interested in addressing the council with respect to an item on the consent agenda designated for public hearing may request the item be removed from the consent agenda to hold the hearing on the item. Any items removed from the consent agenda will revert to its normal place on the agenda order of business. For remaining matters, all matters of permanent operation will be read and all public hearings will be announced. Mr. Clerk, could we go through the consent agenda, please?
Item 1, we have a request that it be delayed for 4 weeks, so we'll probably need to take it off. That's item 1. And the consent agenda starts with item 2 and item 3 on page 4. Then on page 5, we have item 4 on consent. Page 6, we have item number 5 on consent. Then we skip over to page 10. We have items 6 and 7 on consent. Page 13, we have item number 8 on consent. Page 16, we have items 10 and 11 and 12 on consent. Page 17, we have items 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18 on consent. Page 18, we have items 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24 on consent. Page 19, we have items 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30 on consent. Page 20, we have items 31, 32, 33, and 34 on consent. Page 21, we have items 35, 36, 37, and 38 on consent. Page 22, we have items 39, 40, and 41 on consent. Page 23, we have items 42, 43, 44, 45, and 46 on consent. And page 24, items 47 and 48 are on consent, and that concludes the consent agenda.
All right. Going back to the top, page 2, item number 1, that will be removed from consent. Do any members of the council wish to add or remove other items from the consent agenda? Seeing none. Do any members of the public wish to remove a item marked as a public hearing from the consent agenda? Seeing none, Mr. Clerk, yeah,
Okay, I missed all of that. Who made the motion?
I did.
Okay,
Counselor Williams made the motion, Counselor Smitherman seconded.
all right. iPad should be working, I guess. Let's see here. Voting should be open for, Council Woods is out. Okay. Council Member
Counselor
Smith,
Williams,
you're not working? Okay. Okay. How would you like to vote? Aye. All right, thanks. All right, that vote should be unanimous. Everybody voted yes.
all right. The consent agenda passes. First item, please,
Okay, should be item 9.
or item 1.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, item 1. Item 1. A resolution revoking the mobile food vendor permit to be used by All Shucks LLC Birmingham to operate a mobile food truck service and the hearing of all interested parties. There's been a request for 4 weeks to get the insurance situated.
Okay, so we have a motion,
Second.
all right.
Counselor Clark, and the second was by,
Second by Counselor Tate.
all right,
I believe we're ready for the vote.
voting should be open. Counselor Smitham, how would you like to vote? Aye. And Counselor Williams? All right, that vote should be up. Unanimous, I'm sorry, we're not flipping the screen here. Everybody vote yes.
Okay, so the motion for a 4-week delay is approved.
Next should be item 9.
Item 9.
Item 9, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to execute a joint service agreement pursuant to section 11-102-1, Code of Alabama, between the city of Birmingham, Jefferson County, and the city of Vestavia Hills, for the purpose of making certain improvements to the intersection of Blue Lake Drive, Cahaba Heights Road, Sacred Hollow and Road, to include construction of a roundabout, installation of roadway lighting, drainage structures, and associated roadway configuration. Vestavia and Jefferson County will share the cost of the project jointly, bid the project, and Jefferson County is designated as the joint purchasing or bidding agent. Birmingham will not be responsible for providing any funding for the construction of this project. The county will assume responsibility for the management of the project. I need UC to entertain today's item of permanent operation.
Motion for UC.
Okay, all in favor, I'm sorry, I need to do the roll call, my bad. So I got Counselor Williams and Counselor Clark. All right, voting should be open for the UC. All right, now. Counselor Smithman.
Aye.
All right, Counselor Williams,
Aye.
and that's unanimous. And so a motion on the item.
So moved. Second.
All right, item is before you.
Any discussion? Counselor Williams?
No, I just wanted to thank the mayor's administration for working on this and letting Vestavia and Jefferson County, our partners in this area, do this roundabout. I've gotten calls on this for 6 years, and or put, everybody wants a traffic light there or something. But thank y'all very much for y'all's work on that. And I think that a lot of people that go through that corridor that live in the city of Birmingham along the Highway 280 corridor will be very appreciative of this upgrade once it's finished. Thanks.
All right. I believe we're ready for the vote.
Voting should be open.
I vote aye.
Still?
Yeah.
Okay. It's unanimous.
All right, that motion passes. There any additional items?
No, sir.
All right, that brings us to the end of our consent agenda, or to the end of our agenda. Counselor Tate?
Thank you, Mr. President. Wylam Neighborhood Association will meet tonight at 6 p.m. at the Wylam Library. The Pacifico Finley Neighborhood will be held on tonight at 6 p.m. at the Pacifico Plant Community Room. Oak Ridge Neighborhood meeting will be held on Thursday, February the 8th at 4 p.m. That's conference call. You can dial in at 952-206-4918, code 223-418. Hooper City Neighborhood will be held on Thursday, January the 8th at 6 p.m. at the Hooper City Recreation Center. The next public safety meeting will be held on Tuesday, February the 27th at 1 p.m. Please submit agenda items by Wednesday, February the 21st, no later than 12 noon to the following recipients: Patrice.Collins at BirminghamAL.gov and Gregory Stanley, and that's Gregory.Stanley at BirminghamAL.gov. I want to thank Mr. Darrell Forte and his team. Had an opportunity to kick off Black History, presenting as a speaker at the Black Male Summit. Had the awesome opportunity and time to share a stage with Danny Clark and Timothy Lanier and Carmone Owens, really giving insight on, being safe and making wise decisions. So really want to thank that team. So happy birthday to Miss Patrice Collins, you all. Today is Teresa's birthday. Thank you, Mr. President. That concludes my announcements.
Thank you. Williams?
Thank you. Roebuck Springs Neighborhood will be meeting February the 8th at 7 o'clock at their regular meeting place, which is New Beginning Church. Today, Economic Development and Tourism Committee will meet at 2 o'clock so that everybody can attend the mayor's State of the City address, and that will be held in the chambers. We will return to our regular time, 11:30, February 20th meeting. Saturday, February the 10th, is the new rescheduled date for the East Side Park cleanup. Volunteers will meet from 12 to noon, from noon to 3 to clean all of the invasive plants, other trash and debris that has piled up in that park over the last 20 and 30 years. I think there's a lot of work to be done in that park. You can sign up today at ruffnermountain.org. Thanks.
Thank you, Council Williams. Pro Tem Alexander, you want to go ahead?
Thank you. These are the announcements for District 7. On Thursday, February 8th, we have 2 Neighborhood Association meetings. The West Brownsville Neighborhood Association will meet via conference call, and that is at 10 a.m. And the Roosevelt City Neighborhood Association will meet at the Roosevelt City Rec Center, and that's at 11 a.m. On Friday, February 9th, there's bulk trash and brush pickup scheduled for the Oxmoor Valley neighborhood or Sand Ridge. Monday, February 12th, the Powderly Neighborhood Association will meet at 5:30 in the Henry Crumpton Recreation Center, and the Oxmoor Valley Neighborhood Association will meet at 6 p.m. in the Oxmoor Valley Community Center. The Administration and Government Affairs Committee is scheduled to meet in council chambers on Tuesday, February 13th at 2 p.m. Please submit any agenda items by 12 noon on Friday, February 9th, and you can submit those to izola.hall@birminghamal.gov. And those are into my announcements. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. Councilor Smitherman?
Thank you, Mr. President. As far as committee meetings, the next Budget and Finance meeting is this Monday, February 12th at 3:30 p.m. in the council chambers. Submissions are due tomorrow by noon. Neighborhood meetings, we have Oakwood Place today at 4 p.m. at Harrison Park Rec Center and Mason City at 4:30 via teleconference. And then this Monday, the 12th, West End Manor will have their neighborhood meeting at 5 p.m. at New Hope Baptist Church. Just a reminder that Impact Out America is having a free tax prep and e-filing at Titusville Library. It's completely free for households with income under $60,000 and individuals with income under $50,000. You can schedule at impactamerica.org/free tax prep, or you can call 1-888-99-tax-AL. And also continue to visit our website at www.d6bham.com for all updates. And then I was happy to announce last week that I was reappointed to the NLC's Fair Committee. I'm really excited for year 2, and I do know that my other colleagues were reappointed to their committee. So I'm excited to go to that committee meeting next month in DC. Thank you, Mr. President.
All right, Councilor Abbott?
Thank you, Mr. President. The Planning and Zoning Committee meeting will occur on Wednesday, February 14th. We'll have a Valentine's meeting at 3:30 in the council chambers. The joint North Side, South Side Framework Plan public meeting is going to be held this Thursday, February 8th at 6 p.m. It will be held at Protective Stadium for a change instead of 5 Point South, and it will be a joint meeting. Will be the first time the North Side neighborhoods and the South Side neighborhoods have gotten together in the same place at the same time. It will be in the recruiting room, for everybody who knows where the recruiting room is. And if you don't, I'm sure somebody will be there to tell us where to go. On February 8th also, in the morning, it's coffee with code enforcement at the Botanical Gardens. So that will be from 10 a.m. till noon in the Ireland room. Tonight's Neighborhood Association meeting is Forest Park South Avondale. It will be at the Avondale Library at 6:30 p.m. If you have any concerns or issues in your neighborhood, please either call 311 or download the My BHAM 311 app, where you can add photos to underscore your need for assistance. And we want to continue to invite residents of District 3 to visit our website for updates and information. There's lots and lots of stuff on there. In fact, it may be too full, but it's www.bhamdistrict3.com. Thank you very much, Mr. President.
Thank you, Councilor Moore.
Thank you, Mr. President. A couple of neighborhood association meetings. We have Fairmont that's taking place tonight at 6 p.m. At Mount Carmel Baptist Church, Inglenook, Woodlawn, as well as Airport Highlands will all take place on Monday, this upcoming Monday at 6 p.m. as well. And so if you're in those neighborhoods, please make sure that you attend those neighborhood association meetings. Wanted to give a big shout out to all of the partners that hosted the Right to Read film screening at the Sidewalk Film Festival. I had the opportunity to serve as MC. It was a great conversation, great information about the importance of literacy and just how all of us have a major role to play in ensuring that all of our young people understand the importance of how to read and how to utilize that skill. It's the new civil rights issue of our day. And so we want to make sure that, you know, all of us do our part to encourage young people to do that. I got a chance to share my story about how I actually learned how to read, not necessarily in school, but because I had a parent that forced me to sit at the kitchen table and do hooked on phonics. And a lot of people in the room kind of, you know, raised their hand and was like, man, I was the same way. So really appreciative to them for, you know, hosting this event and putting it on. And then lastly, well, a couple things. I want to give a big shout out to the airport. I had an opportunity to go to an American Airlines forum, open forum meeting that they had last week, where they talked about, you know, some of the direct flights that American Airlines is now establishing in Birmingham. I think it's really important, or one of the things that they stressed to us at that meeting is that if we citizens here in Birmingham want to see more direct flights out of Birmingham, we have to fly out of Birmingham, right? We cannot drive 2.5 hours to the other city to fly out of there, because that decreases our you know, our demand here in the city for there to be direct flights. And so want to give a shout out to Mr. Ron Matthews. Him and his team are doing some really cool things in terms of restructuring debt, being able to, you know, offer certain credits to airlines so that they actually have an incentive to come to Birmingham. And so we as citizens have to do our part to make sure that we fly out of Birmingham. So drive 2.5 hours, no sir, no ma'am. Me and mines, we fly BHAM. I just made that up. So, and then lastly, we have our Community Development Committee meeting that's taking place tomorrow at 2 p.m. in the council chambers, so make sure you attend that. And we have our Park and Rec Board meeting that will take place tomorrow morning at Legion Field at 9 a.m. That concludes my announcements.
All
Thank you.
right, thank you, sir. Councilor Clark.
Thank you, Mr. President. And JT, I need that on a T-shirt so that I can give it to some of my friends who are always driving to Atlanta to fly. This week's announcements for District 8. We've got some neighborhood meetings tonight. The Fairview neighborhood will meet at 5:30 via conference call. You can call my office at 205-254-2304 to get the dial-in information. Also, the Thomas neighborhood meets tonight. They gather in person at the Mount Hebron Baptist Church, Thomas, at 6:30 p.m. This weekend, District 8 is partnering with the Rain Group and A.G. Gaston Boys and Girls Club to give away 1,000 free new kids' coats and 1,000 free Popeyes chicken sandwiches. That's on Saturday, February 10th, starting at 9 a.m. and going until noon or while supplies last. It takes place at the A.G. Gaston Boys and Girls Club located at 4821 Avenue W behind Bill Harris Arena. And it says here, children must be accompanied by an adult, and adults must be accompanied by at least one child. Also note that the Omicron Omega chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority, Inc. and the Black Women's Lawyers Association of Alabama are hosting a nonpartisan judicial candidates forum for the Jefferson County Probate Judge Places 1 and 2. The forum will be held on Thursday, February 15th from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. at the AKA's beautiful new Pearl Center, located at 1025 4th Avenue West in the Bush Hills neighborhood. Also note that the Mount Hebron Baptist Church Thomas is hosting their annual Health and Resource Fair on Saturday, February 17th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. The event is free and open to the public. You can come out to receive your Narcan training or refresher, in my case, provided by the Jefferson County Department of Health, and also health screenings provided by Alabama Regional Medical Services. And finally, if you're looking for a fun way to get active and meet your neighbors, you can join us in the Freshwater Land Trust every Thursday morning when weather is permitting. We look for at least 40 degrees and no rain for a walk around the Crossplex. This Thursday is supposed to be 44 at 8 a.m., so I think we're in business. We meet at the Starbucks promptly and start our walk around 8 a.m. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Just want to remind the council, as Council Williams stated, the mayor is giving his State of the City address at the Harbert Center at 11:30 this morning for the Rotary Club. It's a beautiful day outside. It's only 3.5 blocks. Kiwanis, I'm sorry. Yes, Kiwanis. Yes, beautiful day outside. It's about 3.5 blocks. Can walk, but encourage you guys to carpool if you don't feel like getting your steps in. So, a bunch of neighborhood meetings this week in District 5. If you live in the city of Birmingham, you live in a neighborhood, and people in that neighborhood are getting together on a monthly basis to talk about issues in your neighborhood. So, therefore, if you're not there, someone's talking about your neighborhood on your behalf. So it behooves you to get involved and at least find out what they're saying. So if you live in Eastlake, you have the opportunity this week, tonight actually, at 6 p.m., the Neighborhood Association will meet at Household of Faith Church. As Councilor Abbott mentioned, Forest Park South Avondale Neighborhood Association will also meet tonight at 6:30 p.m. at the Avondale Public Library. Smithfield Neighborhood Association will meet on Thursday, February 8th at 6 p.m. at the Smithfield Court Community Center. Gate City Neighborhood Association will meet next Monday, February 12th at 4 p.m. at the Marks Village Campus of Hope. And finally, Oak Ridge Park Neighborhood Association will meet next Monday, February 12th at 6 p.m. at the Harris Holmes Recreation Center. The Transportation Committee will meet on Monday, February 12th at 2 p.m. in conference rooms D and E. Items can be submitted to the agenda by contacting Kimberly Phillips at kimberly.phillips@birminghamal.gov. And I also want to remind folks that last week we announced the launch of the Future Forward grant cycle. This is districts 1, 6, 7, 9, and 5. We partnered with the Penny Foundation to offer district-specific grants to local businesses. Starting, the grant cycle opened February 1st and will be open until the 15th. Community voting will take place the 17th through the 24th. That's the 17th through the 24th, and winners will be announced on February 29th. For additional information on qualifications and to apply, please visit www.futureforwardfund.org. And that concludes my announcements. Back to the agenda. I believe that brings us to the end. Am I forgetting something? Yes, no speaker. We have no public speakers signed up, and I want to thank our officers on duty. This morning we have Cedric Pinkert from downtown, Demetrius Davis from East Precinct, and Frederick Burks from East Precinct. Thank you, gentlemen, for being with us. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Meeting adjourned. Thank you. So tonight is all about just engaging with citizens through, the work that we do every day.
We've already gotten some early questions that were emailed in from District 5 residents.
Through email, telephone calls, going out to neighborhood meetings. But it's important to also have these larger town hall events, especially in concert with the mayor, and having the mayor stand side by side and respond to folks' questions and present information, about what we're doing. So that's what tonight is all about. It's super important to have city staff here to respond directly to citizens' concerns.
One of the things about animal control,
have them engage directly with citizens, because they're the folks that can directly address the questions. We don't do, a lot of the boots on the ground type work. This is a one-off town hall situation, but our office is open and available every day. If you have a concern,
He's been calling us about his AC bill lately.
You can have it.
It's like everybody's AC bill is high. It's like, dude, is heat coming out of the